Hello, good day, and welcome back to another episode of the Business Blog Tutorial. And I think in this week's episode, we'd like to just cover and discuss various elements, but essentially elements that is going around with your audience, understanding your audience, knowing who your audience is, and also essentially knowing how your audience, react and act, online. Where do they spend most of their time? Which content do they like, and how do they like consuming content? And that is will be the second point, which will discuss content. And then I think just exclusively for the business blog team out there, it's just that we would like to just talk about teamwork and also the powers that we have in numbers and also working as a team. So essentially, point one let's touch on is your audience. I think for every blogger or for anybody that's producing content, whether you for your personal social media or whether it is for a brand or for a company or for a blog, in our case, is that essentially you need to understand who your audience is and how they actually, act and perform or consume content online. So, in example, in reference to the business blog, we know that our audience is the millennial market, very much urban culture focus, with interest lying in fashion, lifestyle, culture, events, entertainment, and also news and gossips, because it all partakes within the umbrella of pop culture. But with that being said, is that so essentially they between the ages of 18 to 24. They consume data via their smartphones or the option of having a tablet or a laptop. And I think in most cases, because of the nature of that audience, is that they they connect either when they're at school, university, when they're out and about, and they are close to mobile hotspots, or essentially if they're privileged enough to have the access of internet at home. So understanding your audience and how they consume it is, so which platforms are your audience most active on? I think in our case, yet again, as that's the market we're speaking about, is their platform of choice is very much Instagram, as they're very image and visual driven. So they'd like to see what the latest celebrities and information and media platforms are speaking about, what news or what's coming, or what's being said, because our audience wants to be the first to know of what's going on. So they don't want to hear news when it after it happens. I want to hear it before it actually happens. So it's also about speed to market. How fast can we deliver, our news or our content in a nice visual way, to our audience on that platform of Instagram. So with that being said, maybe Instagram content should focus maybe a lot on utilizing the Instagram stories function, as that's very instant. Or it will actually be the actual images that will be uploaded and posted to an Instagram platform. I think the next active platform would be kind of debatable whether our audience lives more on Facebook or more on Twitter. The thing is, Facebook is that it's the kind of the original or godfather of social media, and that's where everybody started their online profiles and social media platform of choice. So Facebook is still very relevant. It's still very much friends and family driven, as where another platform like Twitter is very much news and what's happening right now. So in Twitter is more about speed and relevance, as well as essentially this is a platform where everything that happens in real time and happens it's updated more regularly than what a Facebook and Instagram platform essentially is. So with that being said, we kind of now understand how our audience, or how your audience interacts on a social media basis, and that would also kind of determine the content and what articles and news do you publish on the actual business blog or on your personal blogging platform. So in that case, it's that, so we know that our consumers don't really have such a long attention span, so it's essential that initially that our content or article headline is catching. So when they see the article being shared on Facebook, on Instagram, or on Twitter, they're actually intrigued by the caption or the actual title of that article. So essentially, it will lead them to click through and actually end up on our website and actually reading your guys' content. But also, with that being said, is that so we know that it's a catchy headline, catchy tagline, but also that it should be visually appealing. So essentially, you need to ensure that all content that you produce, it comes with visual elements, whether it be images, whether it be video. I think video we'll discuss completely on its own because that's a topic for another day. As 2018 is going to be a very big year in the media space with video production and the audience online being much able or being better able to consume content. Uh, so now we understand what audience likes with the titles, but also what makes them click through, and then what will attract them there on the visual aspect. So essentially, with the content type, we need to decide on the type and the format in which we're going to produce the content. So, does your audience enjoy word articles? Do they enjoy having more of a visual article? Do they enjoy short videos or introduction clips? Or do they like consuming audio form of that content? Especially with our audience, we need to be very observant or very knowledgeable about how our audience consumes their content. So in our case, we normally prefer to have short, punchy, and catchy articles with very intriguing title and headline, as we mentioned previously, but also to be accomplished with high impactful and visual content. So whether that is images or whether it's a video. So that's why essentially going forward we would like to just ensure that we have better images, and we should start introducing more video content, whether we produce it ourselves as short 30-second viral videos, or if we actually have a production of that and actually have that content relevant in that space. So just a heads up that 2018 will definitely be playing a lot more in the video production and content field. So we're looking forward to having you guys with us when we do take that step of our journey. So content very important, and essentially it's you understanding your audience so that you can produce the relevant content for your audience. It's the same as your personal social media accounts, is that what your fans and followers like or interact with when you post online. So if you know that you post funny, cool quotes or videos and people like and share and react with that, you have to consider those factors when you do post, to an external platform, or like a platform like the business blog, for example. So that kind of summarizes the content type, after you've understood your audience. But lastly, what I want to cover in today's video is that essentially about teamwork. So currently we are quite a big team, and in most cases, they are power in numbers. So with that though, it's important that we need to all work together and all put our weight, but also to interact and to be a part of the whole you know group or business blog team, essentially. So what that means is that, for example, our head editor will release and publish articles, but essentially as team members and being part of the program and the intake, it's important that from your contribution that you actually go out there and actually like, share, and retweet those images. I think it's a very nice thing when it's your turn to when your article is published and posted, that the other members in the team all share and like and retweet your article as well. Because we have such a big team, we should be able to on average get more than 10 to 15 retweets and shares across any of the articles that one of the other team members have posted. And the same would go to putting that, sharing that article across your personal profiles as well, but also getting your people and your fans and followers to interact and to be a part of the whole business network, in that sense, because we can only grow when we all put our weights and we all actually get actively involved in the whole program. So just to summarize this week's tutorial, I think what we covered essentially was knowing and understanding your audience, knowing and understanding which content to produce for that audience, but also the importance and impact of teamwork. And I think that's just another wrap for me for this week. So I'd like to hear your feedback and your thoughts at the bottom of the video. Remember to like and share this video. If you want to subscribe, you can hit the subscribe button at the bottom. But also, you can follow me, Shane Biegnaar, on all your social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time, peace out and keep well. Bye.